The airlock hissed open and Captain Ryan Drake stepped into a chamber that smelled like burnt ozone and something floral he couldn't place. 3 aliens stood waiting, each representing their species, in what the galaxy called a courtship trial. His boots echoed on metal that shifted colors beneath his feet. "Human Ryan Drake," the first alien said. She was tall, crystalline, her body refracting light into rainbow patterns across the walls. "I am Kalara of the Prism Collective. You have been selected." The second alien moved forward on 6 legs, its carapace gleaming blue-black. "I am Thorix of the Chain Dominion. Your genetic profile matches our requirements." The third floated, translucent and flickering, Vesa of the Current Stream. "We have observed you for 2 cycles. You are compatible." Ryan's hand stayed near his sidearm. Nobody had mentioned a courtship trial when his colony ship got intercepted 3 hours ago. Nobody mentioned anything except immediate transport to this station. "I don't know what's happening here," Ryan said. "But I didn't sign up for this." Kalara's crystalline face tilted. "Signing is irrelevant. Galactic law permits courtship trials when 3 or more species identify a compatible candidate. You will choose. Our species will gain human genetic diversity. This is law. The hell it is." Thorix clicked its mandibles. Resistance creates complications. "The trial is simple. You spend 1 solar week with each of us. You select your preferred match, our species bond. Your species gains protection under our alliance. Everyone benefits." Ryan's jaw clenched. "And if I refuse?" "Refusal is not listed in the protocols," Vesa said, its voice like wind through tunnels. "No species has ever refused. Why would they? Union brings advantages, because I'm not cattle." Ryan stepped back toward the airlock. It had already sealed. "You intercepted a colony transport. You pulled me out without asking. You're talking about genetic diversity, like I'm a prize bull." Kalara's light patterns shifted to orange and red. "You misunderstand the honor being presented. No, you misunderstand humans." Ryan's hand closed around his sidearm grip. "We don't get drafted into marriages. We don't get claimed by committee. And we sure as hell don't participate in trials we never agreed to." Thorix moved faster than Ryan expected, blocking the sealed airlock. "You will comply. Galactic law supersedes individual preference. 3 species have claimed you. You must choose one." "Then you've got a problem," Ryan said, drawing his weapon and pointing it at the floor between them. "Because I choose none of you." Vesa's form flickered brighter. "Impossible. The protocols require selection. Change your protocols." Ryan backed toward the chamber's far wall, keeping all 3 aliens in view. "I'm walking out of here, getting back to my ship and pretending this insanity never happened." Kalara's entire body flashed crimson. "You cannot leave until you choose." "Watch me." The chamber lights went dark red. Somewhere beyond the walls, alarms began to scream. The floor beneath Ryan's feet stopped shifting colors and locked into angry crimson. Overhead panels slid open, and 3 additional aliens dropped into the chamber, 1 from each species. Kalara's crystalline form pulsed with agitated light patterns. "You have triggered defense protocols," she said. "This complicates everything." Ryan kept his weapon ready but didn't aim at anyone. "Then, uncomplicate it. Open the airlock and let me leave." One of the new arrivals, another Prism Collective member, spoke in harmonic tones that made Ryan's teeth ache. "The human demonstrates why his species remains unaligned. They refuse structure. They reject order." Thorix clicked rapidly, communicating with the other Chain Dominion representatives. "Our intelligence reports warned of human unpredictability. We believed the reports exaggerated. They didn't," Ryan said. "We're predictably unpredictable. Now let me go." Vesa floated closer, its translucent form rippling. "You do not understand what you are refusing. The courtship trial offers your species membership in the Tripartite Alliance, protection from the Outer Rim conflicts, access to jump gate networks, trade agreements that would advance your civilization by centuries. In exchange for what? Stud service?" "In exchange for genetic integration," Kalara said. One human bonds with one of our species. Children are produced, both species gain advantages. Your DNA carries adaptability markers we have never observed. Combined with our strengths, offspring would be remarkable. Ryan lowered his weapon slightly. You want to breed super soldiers? We want survival, Thorax corrected. The chain dominion faces extinction within 12 generations. Our genetic variance has collapsed. Fresh integration saves us. The Prism Collective needs sensory adaptations we lack. The current stream requires physical anchoring they cannot achieve alone. You provide solutions to all three problems. So pick someone who volunteers. Earth has 8 billion people. I'm sure somebody wants to play genetic lottery with aliens. The newest Prism representative flickered. You were selected through analysis, personality matrices, genetic markers, psychological resilience. You scored highest among all human candidates observed. Congratulations, Vesa added. You are the most compatible human in your species. Ryan laughed without humor. And you grabbed me without asking because you figured I'd be flattered. We anticipated cooperation, Kalara said. Every species approached for courtship trials has participated willingly. The benefits outweigh concerns. Then you don't know humans very well. Ryan moved along the wall, testing for weaknesses. The chamber was seamless. We've got this thing about consent. About choosing our own paths. You can offer all the benefits in the galaxy, but if you force the issue, we'll burn everything down rather than submit. Thorax's carapace rattled. Irrational. Self-destructive. Absolutely, Ryan agreed. But it's who we are, one of the current stream representatives pulsed. The trial cannot proceed without willing participation. Protocols require consent at each stage. Finally, Ryan said, someone gets it. However, the alien continued, you were transported under interception rights. You cannot leave until the trial concludes or you formally reject all three species. I formally reject all three species. Kalara's light went white-hot. Rejection requires genetic testing to prove incompatibility. You have already been tested. You are compatible. Rejection is invalid. Ryan felt the walls closing in despite the chamber's size. So I can't choose you, can't reject you, and can't leave. What kind of trial is this? The kind that has maintained galactic peace for 4,000 cycles, Thorax said. The kind that prevents wars over genetic resources. The kind that ensures no species claims another through force. Except you claimed me through force. We invited you to choose. After intercepting my ship and dragging me here, Vesa flickered rapidly. The human identifies the paradox in our protocols. Fascinating. The human wants to go home, Ryan said. Less fascinating, more practical. Kalara moved closer, her crystalline structure refracting the red emergency lighting into bloody patterns on the walls. If you will not choose willingly, the protocols allow for sequential evaluation. You will spend time with each species regardless. Perhaps understanding will create willingness. Or perhaps I'll find a way to break out of this floating prison and hijack a ship. Thorax clicked in what might have been laughter. Your species' arrogance is remarkable. You are one human on a station with 12,000 inhabitants. You have one small weapon. You have no allies, yet you threaten escape. Ryan smiled. Like I said, predictably unpredictable. Parasynthoids saw. The chamber shuddered. Downstairs are battlefielding based in somewhere distant. All 6 aliens froze. That sound, one of the current streams said. That is Docking Bay 7, where my colony ship is locked down, Ryan said. Another explosion? Closer this time. Less. Kalara's light turned questioning blue. What is happening? Ryan's smile widened. I'm guessing my crew doesn't appreciate their captain being kidnapped. The station rocked again, and Ryan had to grab a wall protrusion to stay upright. The 6 aliens stumbled in various ways, their confidence cracking like the emergency lights now flickering overhead. Impossible, Thorax hissed. Your colony ship has no weapons. Our scans confirmed mining equipment only. Mining equipment? Ryan repeated. Yeah. Tunneling charges, hydraulic cutters, plasma torches rated for asteroid iron. You really should have paid more attention to what mining gear can do in creative hands. Kellora's form blazed orange. They are destroying station infrastructure. This is an act of war. This is a rescue operation, Ryan corrected. Big difference, Vesa pulsed erratically. Station security will eliminate the threat. Your crew will be captured or killed. You sure about that? Ryan listened to the distant sounds of chaos. Boots running. Alarms screaming different tones now. Because humans have this other trait you missed in your genetic analysis. We're really good at improvising violence when people we care about are threatened. The chamber door exploded inward. Not the airlock, but the secondary maintenance entrance. Ryan hadn't even noticed. A woman rolled through the smoke, came up with a welding torch in one hand and a makeshift shield in the other. "Captain," she said. "You good?" "Lieutenant Claire Hoffman," Ryan said. "I'm fine, situation's complicated. Looks simple to me." Claire kept the torch pointed at the aliens. "They took you, we're taking you back." Two more humans pushed through behind her. A broad-shouldered man carrying what looked like a mining drill modified into something considerably more dangerous, and a younger woman with a bandolier of explosives that definitely weren't standard colony equipment. "Marcus Trent, Sarah Vale," Ryan said for the aliens' benefit. "My chief engineer and demolitions expert." "We prefer enthusiast," Sarah said cheerfully. "Expert sounds so formal." Thorax moved toward them, but Marcus revved the drill and the sound filled the chamber like a mechanical scream. The alien retreated. "You are making this worse," Clara said. "Station defense forces are mobilizing. You cannot fight 12,000 beings." "Don't need to fight 12,000, Claire said. "Just need to get our captain and get gone." "The station is in lockdown," one of the Prism Collective representatives said. "Your ship cannot leave." Sarah patted her bandolier. "Stations can be unlocked, explosively." Ryan moved toward his crew but kept his weapon visible. "Everyone stay calm. We can still talk this through." "Talk?" Vesa's form rippled with what might have been confusion. "Your people just committed multiple acts of violence." "Proportional response," Marcus said. "You kidnapped our captain. We responded. Seems fair. Galactic law does not recognize." "Galactic law can shove it," Claire interrupted. "You don't grab humans and expect compliance. You especially don't grab a crew's captain and expect them to sit quiet." The station shuddered again, harder this time. The lights went completely dark for 3 seconds before emergency backup systems kicked in with sickly yellow illumination. "What was that?" Ryan asked. Sarah checked the device on her wrist. "That was Martinez in Engineering Bay 3. He just overloaded their primary coupling. Station's gonna have power problems for a while." "How many crew did you bring?" Thorax demanded. "All of them," Claire said simply. "You took our captain. We came to get him back. Every last person on that colony ship." Kalara's light patterns shifted through multiple colors. "You brought 217 civilians into a combat situation?" "Civilians?" Marcus laughed. "Lady, we're colonists. We're heading to a world with hostile environment, unknown dangers, and zero infrastructure. Every person on that ship knows how to fight, build, adapt, and survive. Pissed off 200 highly motivated humans who know how to turn tools into weapons." "This is insane," one of the current stream representatives said. "You will all be arrested. Charged. Your species will face consequences." "Bring it," Sarah said. "We've been traveling for 8 months in cold sleep, dreaming of building new lives. You think we're scared of consequences?" Ryan held up his free hand. "Everyone, stop. This doesn't have to escalate further." "Captain," Claire said, "they kidnapped you for some breeding program. We're not negotiating with slavers." "We are not slavers," Kalara protested. "The courtship trial is an honor. It's slavery with fancy words," Marcus cut in. "You take someone without consent. You force them into genetic servitude. That's slavery no matter how you dress it up." Vesa floated forward carefully. "We did not understand human culture would react this way. Our research indicated individual rights were subordinate to species survival among Earth cultures." "Your research was garbage," Ryan said. "Humans value both, but we won't sacrifice one for the other when forced. You should have asked instead of taken." Another explosion, this one close enough to crack the chamber's viewing port. Air began hissing out before emergency seals slammed shut. Claire's comm device crackled. Hoffman, this is Nakamura. We've got station security converging on the Courtship chamber, maybe 40 hostiles. They're armed with stun weapons. Copy that, Claire said. How long until a vac route is clear? 3 minutes if Davidson can bypass the docking clamps. Tell him 2 minutes. He'll complain. He always complains. Tell him anyway. Ryan looked at the 6 aliens, saw the calculation in their postures. They were measuring odds, considering options, trying to determine if humans were bluffing. Here's what's gonna happen, Ryan said. My crew and I are leaving. You're not going to stop us. You're going to let us go back to our ship and continue to our colony world. And if we refuse? Thorax asked. Sarah smiled and pulled one explosive from her bandolier. Then things get really exciting really fast. The standoff held for exactly 4 seconds before station security burst through 3 separate entrances simultaneously. They wore environmental suits and carried weapons that hummed with charged energy. Ryan counted 16 in the first wave, all pointing their weapons at his crew. Stand down, the lead security officer commanded. His suit displayed rank insignia Ryan didn't recognize. You are in violation of 17 galactic statutes. Surrender immediately. Claire didn't lower her torch. We're in violation. Your people kidnapped our captain. Captain Drake was selected for courtship trial under Article 4 of the Genetic Diversity Compact. His presence here is legal. His consent wasn't asked, Marcus said. That makes it kidnapping where we come from. The security officer's helmet speakers crackled. Human legal frameworks do not apply on treaty stations. You will surrender or be subdued. Sarah held up her explosive. You'll stun us and we'll drop these. Then we all find out how good your emergency bulkheads are. You would destroy yourself to avoid capture? If necessary, Ryan said. But I'd rather nobody dies today. So here's my counteroffer. You let us leave. We forget this happened. Everyone goes home unhappy but alive. Calera stepped between the humans and security forces, her crystalline body refracting the emergency lights into dizzying patterns. Wait, there may be another options. No options, the security officer said. They have committed acts of terrorism. They have committed acts of rescue, Kalara corrected. And they have revealed a flaw in our protocols we must address. She turned to Ryan. You said we should have asked, instead of taken. What if we ask now? Now, after you grabbed me, imprisoned me, and tried to force compliance, that ship sailed. Not for courtship, Kalara said quickly. For understanding, give us 1 solar day. Let us show you what each species offers. If you still refuse, we petition the council to release you and revise the courtship protocols. Thorax rattled his carapace. You cannot negotiate with terrorists. They are not terrorists, Vesa said. It's form stabilizing. They are a crew protecting their leader. We misunderstood human social bonds. Groups, that is our failure, not theirs. Ryan's comm crackled. Captain Davidson here. Docking clamps are almost bypassed. We can be launch ready in 90 seconds. Claire looked at Ryan. Your call, Captain. Ryan studied the aliens. Kilara's colors had shifted to pleading blue and green. Vesa hovered in what might have been hopeful patterns. Even Thorax seemed less aggressive, mandibles still but not clicking. One day, Ryan said, but my crew stays free and armed. Any hint of betrayal and we blow our way out. Unacceptable, the security officer said. Then we leave now, Ryan said, and you explain to the council why you let humans escape after they carved through your station like it was tissue paper. Kalera's light pulsed rapidly, communicating with someone Ryan couldn't see. 30 seconds passed. The security forces kept their weapons trained, but nobody fired. Agreed, Kalera finally said. 1 solar day? Your crew maintains freedom of movement in designated areas. Weapons remain but are not discharged except in genuine emergency. We show you what courtship trial truly means. You make informed decision. And if I still refuse, then we petition for protocol revision and release you with formal apology. Ryan looked at Claire. She shook her head slightly but didn't argue. Marcus frowned but lowered the drill. Sarah kept her hand near her explosives. Fine, Ryan said. One day. But clock's ticking, and my patience is thin. The security officer protested, but Calera overrode him with authority Ryan hadn't heard before. The weapons lowered. The tension dropped from critical to merely dangerous. We begin with the Prism Collective, Calera said. Follow me to Observation Deck 7. Bring your crew if you wish. They moved through corridors that curved in impossible ways, passing aliens of dozens of species who stopped and stared at the armed humans walking freely through their station. Ryan kept his weapon holstered but visible. Claire and Marcus flanked him. Sarah brought up the rear, humming something cheerful that didn't match the situation at all. Observation Deck 7 was a dome of transparent material overlooking a nebula that glowed purple and gold. Kalara's people had created crystalline sculptures throughout the space, each one catching light and transforming it into new patterns. This is what we are, Kalara said. We process light. We transform energy. We create beauty from radiation that would kill organic beings. But we cannot adapt. Our senses are fixed. We perceive only what our crystalline structure allows. She gestured to Ryan. Your species sees differently, hears differently, tastes and touches in ways we cannot imagine. Genetic integration would give our offspring new senses, new ways of experiencing reality. And what do I get? Ryan asked. Besides helping you evolve, our children would live for millennia. They would process information at speeds that make quantum computers seem slow. They would create art that transforms entire spectrums of radiation into experiences beyond current comprehension. Ryan walked among the sculptures. They were beautiful. He couldn't deny that. Each one sang with silent harmonies of light. Impressive, he said. But you're asking me to father children I'd never truly know. Children who'd outlive everyone I care about by thousands of years. You would be honored forever. Your genetic legacy would be yours, not mine. Ryan turned to face her. That's the problem. You're thinking about what you gain, not about what you're asking me to give up. Kilara's colors dimmed. We have approached this incorrectly. Yeah, Ryan said. You have. Claire's comm buzzed. Hoffman? We've got incoming ships. 3 vessels just dropped out of jump. They're broadcasting chain Dominion identifiers. Thorax appeared at the observation deck entrance. My people have arrived. They wish to make their case as well. Of course they do, Marcus muttered. Ryan checked his chronometer. 20 minutes are remaining. This was going to be a very long day. The chain Dominion ships docked with precision that made the station shudder 3 times in rapid succession. Thorax led Ryan's group to a biodome filled with structures that looked grown rather than built. Organic architecture spiraled upward in patterns that hurt to look at directly. We are builders, Thorax began. For 16,000 cycles, we have constructed habitats across 47 star systems. We create living spaces that adapt to inhabitants, structures that breathe and grow and heal themselves when damaged. Impressive, Ryan said without enthusiasm. But your species is dying out. You said so yourself. Thorax clicked acknowledgement. Our genetic variants collapsed after the spore plague 900 cycles ago. We survived but became too similar. Now every generation is weaker. Genetic diseases multiply. We have perhaps 12 generations before critical failure. 3 more Chain Dominion members entered the biodome. They moved in synchronized patterns that suggested hive mind tendencies. One carried a container that pulsed with bioluminescent patterns. We offer you this, the newcomer said, opening the container. Inside was something that looked like a seed crossed with a circuit board. Plant this on your colony world. It will grow into a habitat that houses 10,000 beings in perfect environmental balance. Food production, water recycling, all automatic. Claire whistled low. That's colony infrastructure worth billions. It is a gift, Thorax said. Regardless of your decision, we give this to demonstrate good faith. There's always a catch, Marcus said. The catch is time, another Chain Dominion member said. We need genetic integration within 5 cycles or the gift becomes irrelevant. we will have no offspring to benefit from the habitat we build. Ryan studied the bioseed. It represented everything his colony needed. Instant infrastructure on a hostile world. Survival guaranteed, instead of the brutal struggle they'd planned for. And in exchange, I father hybrid children who help save your species. Yes, Thoric said simply. We do not pretend altruism. This is transaction, but it is fair transaction. Both species benefit. Except I'm one person, Ryan said. My choice affects my entire colony. 217 people who trusted me to lead them to a new world. Now you're asking me to make decisions that alter their future too. Bessa materialized in the center of the biodome, its translucent form swirling, which is why the current stream offers different terms. Come, our presentation awaits. They moved again, this time to a chamber filled with flowing water that defied gravity. Streams ran upward, spiraled through the air, formed shapes that lasted seconds before dissolving. Vessa floated in the center of it all. We are explorers, Vessa said. We exist in multiple states simultaneously. We experience time non-sequentially. We perceive dimensions your species cannot detect. But we lack physical permanence. We cannot build, cannot hold, cannot anchor ourselves to concrete reality. The water formed images. Ships traveling between stars. Discoveries on alien worlds. Phenomena that looked impossible but were apparently real. We have explored 60% of the known galaxy, Vessa continued. We have mapped quantum pathways, discovered resources, identified habitable worlds, but we cannot claim them, cannot colonize, cannot establish presence because we cannot maintain physical form long enough. So you need humans for bodies, Sarah said. We need humans for anchoring, Vessa corrected. Our offspring would be explorers who can touch what they discover. Researchers who can manipulate matter while understanding energy. They would revolutionize exploration. And my colony gets what? Ryan asked. Vessa's form pulsed. Maps. Complete surveys of 17,000 habitable worlds. Coordinates to resource deposits worth more than your entire planet's economy. Knowledge of safe jump routes that cut travel time by 70%. We offer information that transforms your species from struggling colonists to galactic power. Claire grabbed Ryan's arm. Captain, that's... I know what it is, Ryan said. It's everything we'd need to guarantee our colony's success and establish humanity as major players. Then why do you hesitate? Vessa asked. 'Cause you're all offering me bribes disguised as partnerships, Ryan said. The Prism Collective wants new senses. The Chain Dominion needs genetic rescue. The current stream requires physical anchoring. Everyone's selling me benefits, but nobody's actually asking what I want. Kellera reappeared, her crystalline form shifting through apologetic colors. Then we ask, now, what do you want, Ryan Drake? Ryan laughed. I want to take my crew to our colony world. I want to build something from nothing. I want my people to have the chance we signed up for when we left Earth. I want freedom to succeed or fail on our own terms, without genetic obligations or hybrid children, or galactic politics. You want to be left alone, Thoric said. Basically, yeah. But you could have so much more, Vessa said. More isn't always better. Ryan turned to face all three species representatives. You're offering me deals that would save my colony from struggle. But struggle is part of why we came. We wanted to build something ourselves, get our hands dirty, make mistakes and learn from them. You're trying to buy me with convenience, when what I value is the challenge. Kellere's colors went confused purple. This makes no sense. Why choose hardship when comfort is available? Because comfort's easy, Marcus said. Anyone can succeed when someone hands them the answers. But building something from scratch? Earning it? That's what makes it worth having. Sarah nodded. We're colonists, not opportunists. We came to create, not to inherit. Claire checked her chronometer. 18 hours left in your day, Captain. They've made their pitches. What now? Ryan walked to the chamber's viewing port and stared at the stars beyond. His colony world was out there somewhere, waiting. Hostile and difficult and perfect. Now I think about whether any of this changes my mind, Ryan said. And you three think about whether you're willing to accept that humans might refuse paradise if it costs our independence. The station alarm system suddenly blared a new pattern. Not emergency, not combat. Something else entirely. A voice echoed through station-wide speakers. Incoming transmission. Origin Earth Government. Priority diplomatic channel. Message begins. To all vessels and stations, be advised that colony ship designation New Horizons 7 is under Earth protection. Any interference with said vessel or crew will be considered act of hostility. Message repeats. Ryan smiled slowly. And that's the other thing about humans. We look out for each other, even across light years. Kellara's crystalline form flashed through a dozen colors in rapid succession. Earth government, impossible. Your planet has no faster-than-light communication. This message would take years to send and receive. Would it? Ryan said. Or maybe humans have been holding back some capabilities, keeping a few cards close until needed. Thorax's mandibles clacked rapidly. You are bluffing. Earth has no military presence in this sector, no enforcement capability. This changes nothing. The station's communication officer, a slug-like being with multiple eye stalks, appeared on display screens throughout the chamber. Station Commander, we have 3 additional contacts emerging from jump. Transponders identify them as Earth Defense Force. They are requesting immediate communication with Captain Drake. Claire grinned. Guess we weren't as isolated as everyone thought. This is a significant diplomatic incident, Vesa said, its form flickering with agitation. Earth vessels cannot simply appear in treaty space making demands. Watch them, Marcus said. Ryan's personal calm activated.
A woman's voice came through, crisp and professional.
Captain Drake, this is Commander Patricia Valdez of the EDF cruiser Defiant. We received your ship's automated distress beacon 4 hours ago. Are you and your crew safe? We're armed and mobile, Ryan said. Situation is tense, but contained. How did you get here so fast? New jump drive technology. Earth's been testing it quietly. Your distress signal gave us reason to field test at maximum range. We made the jump in 3 hours. Impressive, right? Kellara moved closer to Ryan. Your species developed faster jump drives. When? Our intelligence indicated Earth was decades from such capability. Turns out humans are good at motivated development, Ryan said, especially when our people are threatened. The display screens shifted to show the 3 Earth ships. They were smaller than the station, but bristled with equipment that looked considerably more advanced than mining colony vessels should possess. Thorax studied the ships. Those are not exploration craft. Those are military vessels. Defensive force, Ryan corrected. Big difference. We don't go looking for fights, but we prepare for them, Commander Valdez continued. Captain, we're reading significant damage to the station's docking systems and power grid. Did your mining equipment do that? My crew got creative when the station kidnapped me. Understood. Do you require extraction? Ryan looked at the 3 alien representatives. They were calculating now, reassessing everything they thought they knew about humanity. Earth wasn't some backwater species begging for scraps anymore. Earth had teeth. Negative on extraction, Ryan said. We're in the middle of negotiations, but keep weapons hot just in case. Copy that. Defiant standing by. The station commander's voice came through general speakers. This is unacceptable. Earth vessels cannot threaten treaty stations. I am filing formal protests with the Galactic Council. File away, Valdez responded cheerfully. Meanwhile, we'll be maintaining position until our colonists are safely away. Any objection to that gets tested against our point defense systems, Sarah laughed. I like her. Vessa's form had stabilized into what might have been resignation. You planned this. The aggressive rescue. The destruction. All calculated to bring Earth military response. No, Ryan said. We didn't plan anything. We reacted. Humans are reactive. You push us, we push back. You threaten our people, we respond with force. That's not strategy, that's instinct. Dangerous instinct? Thorax said. Effective instinct, Claire corrected. Kalora's colors had gone contemplative blue-green. We have made errors in judgment, not just about courtship protocols, about humanity itself. We saw you as primitive, desperate for guidance, eager for advancement. We are advancing, Ryan said. Just on our own timeline. Earth's been watching the galaxy while you ignored us. Learning. Preparing. You all thought we were irrelevant until we became inconvenient. Another voice joined the communication network. Older, carrying authority that made even the station commander go quiet. This is Counselor Zenith of the Galactic Tribunal. I have been monitoring this situation with great interest. Captain Drake, you have created quite the diplomatic incident. Didn't mean to, Ryan said. Just wanted to go home. Yet in doing so, you have exposed flaws in our courtship protocols, demonstrated Earth's hidden capabilities, and forced 3 major species to question their assumptions. All in less than 1 solar day. It's been a busy day, indeed. Counselor Zenith paused. The courtship trial is hereby suspended pending protocol review. You are free to leave. However, I would ask you to consider something before you go. Here we go, Marcus muttered. The 3 species who selected you did so clumsily, arrogantly. But their needs are genuine. The Prism Collective truly faces sensory stagnation. The Chain Dominion truly approaches extinction. The current stream truly cannot anchor to physical reality. They need help. So ask for volunteers, Ryan said. Run advertisements on Earth. Offer actual partnerships instead of genetic conscription. Humans respond well to requests, terribly to demands. A fair point. But consider this. You came to the stars seeking challenge, seeking to build something meaningful. Is there not challenge in helping 3 species survive? Meaning in being the bridge between humanity and the greater galaxy? Ryan walked to the viewing port again. The Earth ships hung in space like promises. His colony ship waited in its dock like a dream. And somewhere beyond all of it, a hostile world waited for 217 humans to transform it into home. Counselor, with respect, I didn't come to the stars to fix other species' problems. I came to solve my own, to build a colony, to give my crew the future they signed up for, and if helping these species helped your colony,